What's up, chat? How are you guys doing today? Yeah, we're playing more of this Pocahontas RPG. We're kind of in the lull of, releases now, so making it hard for me to decide what I want to play on a stream each night. We actually got a couple months of that, it seems. So I gotta go start looking through my backlog of older games I've been wanting to play and do videos on and start banking that footage. Also, maybe get a new hard drive because I am running out of space. So, let me just go ahead and do this announcement real quick so we can get some more people in here to talk to. Ooh, there we go. Yep, this game kind of grew on me a little bit last night. The combat is just ass. Well, not ass, but completely boring. But the world is kind of it's got some spice to it. It's just got that, I don't know. I think they just recycled their combat engine from the developer of this stuff. I've looked at some of their other games, and it seems like they always had the same, janky combat. They really need to get a new combat designer, and then I think they can actually become a really good developer. Because no one's gonna be writing about how good the combat is in this game. It just feels adequate. What's up, Iris and Tetsu and Goat and Nos? How are you guys doing? You guys have a good day. Everything go as planned. Dartimu's a symbol, exactly. Hey, no, it's not Dartigan Chan. If you must use weeb terms, refer to me as senpai. I ask only that. Kilroy, hope you're having a great day in the Mooniverse. I like that name, and thank you for your 10 months, my man. My greed will make me fall. That's the best you got. Oh, come on, you can do it. You can make a better pun than that. That's not even a pun. That's just taking the two words in the title and rearranging them in a sentence. You're torturing yourself over this novel outline, but getting shit done, so that's good. Well, as someone who's tried to write novels before, I can tell you, yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Especially once you get stuck and you have to go back and rewrite entire sections of your story to try to find a way out of it. I need to notice you first. I did notice you. I said hello, Nos, as soon as you showed up. Oh, you're not going to use weeb terms. Yeah, well, are we talking about noticing you as in like, hey, Nos, how you doing? Or are they kind of noticing that's in anime? It's like, I hope he actually just wants to bend me over and rail me. They use more subtle language than that, but it's always implied. When are we going to start piloting Greeds? Is that some type of anime robot from a series I've never watched? Every anime series with robots has to come up with a novel name for their giant robots. Shinji-kun, get into Greed 01. Yeah, something like that. Personally, I've always been a fan of the Zoids. It doesn't mean anything, but damn if it didn't work. Dex-kun. Dex-kun is, well, Dex is a girl, so kun doesn't really work. She's probably sleeping on my couch right now. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I'm just full of uncertainty recently about what to play during a live stream. It's like, do I want to play this game? I've got like 3 games running that I need to still finish. One's the Outer Worlds, one's Red Dead Redemption, and now this apparently. Zoids was good at toy marketing. Well, all the big robot shows are really nothing more than, excuses to buy toys or sell them, I mean. I just liked it because it'd come on Cartoon Network's, Toonami block every once in a while. Forgot about the Honk Liberation Front simulator. I've never even heard of the Honk Liberation Front. What do you do in such a game? You can cheat. There's a lot of RPGs, yeah. A lot of them, though, are JRPGs, though. And the thing is, when you jump into an RPG, you're going to be streaming it for many, many, many times before you get through it. And I for some reason, some very dumb reason, I picked the current games I have running in my schedule are all RPGs, and well, technically not Red Dead, but that's still a good sized game. But we're about halfway through Red Dead, so who knows? I need to start, playing some, simple indie games. And ironically, the indie game I want to play is also an RPG. That would take a while to get through, but I think it'd be fun. Yo ho, little DD, you are a pirate. Swing your junk and swing ropes. Sorry, that one, I've been fighting that one for a while, and it just came out. Tried to hold it in. You are a pirate. Impressive. Yeah, sorry if anyone had to hear that. Normally I would try to mute. Well, that's drinking Pepsi for you. So, chat, are you ready for more Pocahontas Simulator RPG? Long time no see. Welcome back, Furious. When was the last time you were part of the stream? It's okay, you're only human. Hey, everyone burps. That's exactly right. Still, you always want to have, proper manners. Lay off the Monster Energy. That's not a monster. Pepsi isn't a Monster Energy drink. What are you talking about? Pepsi is a good, healthy drink for your kidneys. Heard good things about this game. The story is got me interested. So far, the combat is don't play for the. It's one of those Eurojank RPGs where the combat is kind of shit or just barely adequate. But the world building seems pretty solid in it, and the graphics look great. I've actually been really impressed with the lighting in this game multiple times. It's actually a lot of games set in like fantasy worlds still have lighting that looks like it's very artificial and like electrically produced. This game actually does an amazing job of making rooms and how interiors look like they're lit by nothing but candlelight and like outside light from windows. So I have to give their lighting manager or director a lot of credit because they did a bang up job. You have a knockoff off-brand. You mean like that Great Value stuff? How many of you ever tried Walmart's Great Value brand of soda? It's not Mountain Dew, it's Mountain Thunder. So, I think we should get playing and see what happens in our adventure into North America. Well, they say it's North America, but it feels like they just, we went to Russia somewhere and they're just dressed like Native Americans because they all got Slavic accents. It's a weird little juxtaposition. Like, I wasn't expecting that because I've heard Native Americans speak and they don't sound like they have, Slavic accents. The Walmart brand chips are good. I've never tried the Walmart brand chips, but I have tried some of their soda. It's not something I care to try anymore. That being said, the Great Value garlic Parmesan sauce, I buy that every time. That shit is dope. That's right, I'm still trying to bring back the word dope from last night. But just if you're ever in Walmart, get the garlic Parmesan sauce. You won't be sorry. Okay, what was I doing last night actually? Oh, I actually never bothered looking at the map. America has been reduced to a tiny island now. Chintzy, nice job on the newest vid. Oh, well thank you, my man. I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was a long one, but I'm glad to have it behind me as well. Nobody uses dope anymore. Only boomers use dope. Well, what's the definition of a boomer, chat? Anyone who is older than you? Even no matter what the amount? Alright, so we're down here. We gotta do a bunch of things and then reach a village. Your old countries in a new war. Meet the Thelmill governor and ask about the Malachor. Meet the Bridge Alliance governor and ask about the Malachor. Then reach the village. So, we got 2 things to do in town and then we go to a new place. Maybe it's the West Indies, but they're clearly dressed, the natives. Like this girl is clearly dressed like a Native American, and they are meant to, give you that feeling. The entire game is like based on colonialism.
Kurt was given the order. If we want to help him, we don't have a choice.
I don't like this, but since I've been sacked, Let's just say that this will be a little bit of
You kids get out of my lawn.
How do we know in which of these buildings to find what we are looking for?
I'm afraid we're going to have to take a look at all of them.
That won't be necessary.
You had a 30-year-old guy comment "Okay, Boomer" on your video, even though you're mid-20s.
And if you wouldn't mind wearing
Yeah,
some
it's becoming just the insult that's going to get overused, and people will be using it for any time someone disagrees with them. It's like, you're just too old to get me, Grandpa. Of course Sonic the Hedgehog is the best game series ever made. I'm 40, I should know. So, Governor's Palace, obtain a permit. And then we also got, let's go do these two things first. You 40-year-old yeah, you'll have 40-year-old guys or, 50-year-old guys. Okay, Boomer. The only people who won't do it are the ones who are actually, like, in their 60s and boomers. It's like the word old will disappear from our lexicon and it'll just be replaced with boomer. And then everyone will be sad. Okay, so I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Let's check out the blacksmith, see if we can get some goods. Like I said, I still get the feeling this is a game where you really shouldn't spend your money, which is something I've noticed in a lot of RPGs recently. Like, buying your weapons is never a good idea. Boomer and Zoomer. You know, if I was a Zoomer, I would not want to be called a Zoomer. It's just because it's just like, like, you can tell. The only reason that word exists is because the word Boomer exists. I would just stick with Generation, what is it? Generation Z. Hey, the Generation Xers were fine being called Generation X. The only reason we get called Millennials is because we were Generation Y, and no one gives a shit about the letter Y. That's right, letter Y, not very popular. Zoomers or Doomers? I thought Doomers were like the really young kids who probably have probably no future because all the jobs will be taken by AI and robots. Give me that old explorer's hat. Embroidered doublet, worn guard doublet. Actually, I've kind of already got that on, don't I? Yep, let's not waste our money for right now until we just find better stuff. So in the future, when AI takes all the jobs, what are us humans gonna do? Good question. Well, we're gonna make a really splendid pile of bones that they can walk over in their streets that they've paid with our, our ashes and, remains. It's gonna be kind of cool to look at. It's gonna make some awesome settings for movies, that's for sure. No, I don't know. The future is getting really hard to predict, and when it comes to AI, I keep telling a lot of people like the 2020s and the 2030s are going to be an age of disruption. Like it's going to be really hard to tell what's going to happen because it's unprecedented. Yeah, I guess we should obtain a permit. Like there's a lot everything's going to be affected by AI. Even content creation jobs like mine are going to be affected by AI. Nothing is going to remain untouched by it, and there's going to be a lot of jobs that are gone, essentially. Like, if you drive for your job right now, you are in a lot of trouble. You better be really skilling up in something else soon. That's why I tell everyone I meet, dude, just become a plumber. That's one of the things that's the most safe job possible. We're still a long way off before AI and robots can do plumbing. But if you're like an AI, but not just drivers too. If you're like in a white-collar job where you're just like pouring tons of data, copying tons of data to data sheets and doing that kind of work, that's also going to be like taken over by AI.
Minister,
Your Excellency, it is always an honor. How may I serve you?
I would like to talk to you about an islander who's trying to set up
How about a
shop in our
dancer
city.
or something? Like
Since he
I
doesn't
said,
have a
just
patent,
the moment that
he's
robots are
prepared
good
to
enough to do that
confiscate as soon as he
and
receives them.
look sexy doing it,
You
yeah,
want
of course.
me to provide him with
We will have
the said
robo strippers
patent?
at some point. Think
I
about
will
that.
be delighted to show you the
And then at some
procedure
point
to
later on
follow
after
so
that, we will
may
be the
study
ones,
his
doing
request.
erotic dances for the
You
robots.
understand
So
that
maybe
we
it'll come back
cannot
around. We'll
give
get the jobs back.
authorization without
We'll be the
having
curiosities.
determined the value of the goods beforehand. We must determine the tax rate according to this value, determine the best emplacement for this business. In short, these things take
This doesn't
time.
sound like a very, open
A
market.
lot
This sounds
of
very
time.
top-heavy.
I'm certain that my cousin will be delighted
So I'm
to
predicting
hear that
Detroit
our
Become
relations with the
Human
natives
will,
are progressing in a
will become
significant
real.
way.
A
And he
lot
will
of people kind of
probably
predict
be
that,
very
actually.
grateful
That's
to
the most likely
minister who
outcome at this
helped
point in
their
time.
first merchant to set up
Maybe
shop in
not
our
completely
city.
humanoid robots, but
Perhaps,
AI
Your
and robotics
Excellency,
will just
but
wipe
our
out entire
governor
sections of
wouldn't be
jobs.
pleased if I didn't determine the fitting tax rates.
If you can't get hold of a gun during the zombie apocalypse, what weapon do I want? Well, blunt weapons seem to do well. You don't want something that's going to get stuck in a zombie's corpse. So I recommend just a good old ball-peen hammer.
Minister, allow me to insist.
Alas, your insistence
Does that mean AI will
not
take over for Let's
change a
Players
thing.
since they already
I
made
heard your
for
request
speedruns?
and it will be processed. It
I
is
actually
only
think
a
that, yeah,
matter of
there's
few
a lot of the
months.
AI work currently
Would you
being
like
done is
anything
actually
else?
trained off of playing games. Like, OpenAI has an AI that, like, also Google's DeepMind have AIs that are currently, like, the best there are at games like Dota and StarCraft. Okay, that's already kind of happened, so it's really about, putting a personality next to it, but you really have to pay attention to what's going on because that's going to be our reality in like the next 10 to 20 years.
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising
And
Governor
what's now, there's already
about business
algorithms
matters,
out there
and I make
that can just take a
sure that
couple
all
snippets of a
business
person's voice and
contracts are
replicate it
established
pretty
properly
accurately.
and are favorable
So if you
to
wanted
us.
to, if you had the
I'm
code for that algorithm, you
responsible
could take
for
some of my
setting
voice
taxes on
clips
goods based
and you
on
could have
their
an
value,
algorithm
among other
that can
things. It
speak
is
in
an
my voice
exciting
almost.
job that
And
requires the
most people would fall for it.
utmost care. Would you like anything else?
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Hello,
I'd
1984.
sooner
Well,
set sail in a storm
there's a
than
lot
try
to be
convince this
scared about in the
elf.
coming future, but I also think there's a lot to
Any
look
ideas
forward
how
to.
change his mind?
Sir de Corsilion knows all the subtleties of courtiers. He'll know how to convince him.
Okay, we go over there now. It's like the most thing. A lot of people compare what we're going through now to the same thing people went through during the Industrial Revolution, because that was also the last big time there was a huge change in the way people live their lives and how jobs are done. And while the Industrial Revolution did get rid of a lot of jobs, like if you were a horse rancher around the time cars were invented, you probably weren't too happy. But it also created a lot of jobs. So that's the one thing you gotta hope for. Okay, wasn't there just something here? That's a glitch because I already took the keys from that table, but the light is still there. "95% of humanity unemployed." Well, I guess you gotta have to hope for like the Star Trek future where humanity just like, hey, we don't need anything anymore. Here's our 3D printer that makes everything for us. Did that guy look like Jamie Foxx? Not particularly to me. I'm confused.
Cousin, what can I do for you?
You have nothing to tell me. The decor in this mansion makes you want to apply Resident Evil puzzle logic. Yeah, the environment in this game is pretty good. They have an overabundance of concept art paintings on their wall, though. That's a bit much. Yeah, the map. Like, there's supposed to be someone here. Or is that down below? Regardless, I can't do anything about it. Are you a set of characters, or there a proper... Yeah, there's proper customization. You get to choose your character. The other characters are set, though. You just get to choose what they wear and what weapons they use. You're currently watching a World War II documentary while watching my stream. It's pretty literal. Who's talking over who right now? It's like, do you have like Winston Churchill giving a speech? And me burping? I think I can compete pretty well with Winston Churchill. And that Pepsi is really fighting back tonight.
I need a bit of practice.
Oh. I don't like this, where like certain areas you can't get to without like special abilities like jump and like balance. I don't know. That feels a bit tacked on. Okay, back here's where we needed to go. It's still... Maybe I have to wait till like daytime or something before I can get in there to do that. Ask Mr. de Corsalon for help. Let's go do these. I paused the documentary, but if I didn't pause, you'd be talking over a guy talking about how he conceived his firstborn child after getting sent home after getting his finger blown off. Oh, so I'm talking over someone talking about his baby boomer child. Literal baby boomer. Alright, we have to be careful not to get caught in here. So far, stealth hasn't been too difficult.
Bit of poison on my blade. Then let's go.
What? Oh, he's not going down easy. The sailor outfit? Oh, yeah.
Desarde, I have a favor to ask.
Very well. I'm listening.
Do you remember the story of Jonah?
Of course.
Well, I'm like him. A donation to the sea.
This game needs more Blue
My
Eyes
family
White Dragon.
also gave me to the Knots. I don't know anything about
I'm
my
curious where you're seeing the
family,
Yu-Gi-Oh
except they're
connection.
Probably affluent and from the congregation. When I was born, the Noughts and the merchant
Can't jump a
princes
gap
had
in
a
game, Re's in
complex
reality.
relationship. I must have been used to settle a debt or forge a truce, but that doesn't matter. The mystery
Games where you can't
of my
jump. Yeah, the
origins
space
has
button
me
is actually your pause.
obsession.
Jumping is a,
I need
command you have to click
know
on.
where I come from. If I were patient enough, I'd wait to become a fleet commander, and then I would be told. But since being laid off, such a promotion.
I'm a
seems
national
somewhat
treasure.
improbable.
Wow, that is
You want me to
actually
help you find this
far more
information?
praise than I ever
You
deserve.
understand correctly. The records of all seamen stationed on the island are in their respective ports.
I prefer to
Mine
just
must
be
in the
your
harbour
treasure,
office in
not a
New
national
Serene,
treasure.
And it must contain my family.
I don't want to be
name.
shared around
But
too much.
If I go there, I'd be
Well,
spotted
I made
right away.
myself sound
Could
like
you
the
go there
biker,
and
the
bring the
biker
file
gang's
to me?
bitch.
Of course. But you will have to come with me to the port and tell me a little more.
Right. Also, I don't want any Noughts to be hurt in the process. Despite my desire to know my origins,
Oh, we just murdered
Noughts
some of
are
them.
still my family.
Don't worry. We'll be discreet.
All right, let me go into inventory and change into sailor clothes. Sailors are apparently very easy to fool. Oh. I was wondering who he was for a second. Oh, he's just a glitch. Oh, well, it's literally the spirit of the guy we just killed. Oh, shit. Their BTs have formed. Yep, Eurojank, man. Gotta love it sometimes. You know, I'm beginning to think, you know, every person who just died, just their corpse just respawned and just sits there now.
It's not possible just now.
Any games you can get from Steam during the Black Friday sale? Yeah, plenty of games, but I can't really tell you what you like or enjoy. Though, you gotta admit, Steam sales just aren't what they used to be. They're not the epic events they once were. Where you could buy entire collections of games for a pretty low price.
I don't have the key.
That looks like a key. Let's get in that building. Do your ears deceive me, or did you hear me talking down to Lord Gaben? Yeah. Why the fuck not? His sales just aren't Steam sales just aren't as good as they used to be. Everyone kind of, you know, agrees with that. Go back 10 years, or not even 10 years ago, and the sales were way better. They're a hollow shell of what they used to be. You thought there would be something that would be sacred that I couldn't make fun of? Jim, you know me a lot better than that, don't you? There is nothing that I hold sacred that I won't, make fun of. In fact, something that I hold sacred, I will make fun of even more. You tease the things you love, alright? Whoever said I hold Stan Lee sacred? I'm not a comic guy. Like I said, there is nothing that I won't make fun of if I can think of a proper joke. Was there a reason to come up? Apparently there was nothing in this entire building. What games do I hold sacred? There's just games I like. There's nothing that I just like, that game must never protect that precious game. No one can say a bad word about it. No, there's nothing like that for me. Like, I'll make fun of my favorite games of all time. Why not? I'll probably have better jokes in that case. See, my comedy comes from a positive place inside. The more I like something, the better the humor I can usually pull out. Alright, I thought there was something in there that I needed, but it doesn't seem like it. This map isn't being all that helpful right now. Also, it's weird though, but the two RPGs I've played recently, this game and The Outer Wilds, both have really crappy stealth systems in their RPG. Oh, I should spin my point, shouldn't I? What do I want? Craftsmanship allows you to craft advanced weapons and armor upgrades, allows you to recycle pieces of equipment to create ingredients. And we have intuition, gathering sights become easier to see. Lockpicking, science. Certain difficult passages that require balance increases the maximum ammo capacity. I kind of like this one, actually. Then the next one is jump. We got 2 points we can spend here. You know, this gun is so freaking good, I think I'm just gonna max it out. Alright, we're good. How many mistakes can Bethesda make before they realize the creation engine sucks booty butt cheeks? How to answer this question? It's not exactly the creation engine that sucks, per se.
Here are the crates we've been looking for.
I mean, have you ever developed anything on it to
appears
say
that
for
one of
certain
them
that
has
it's
been
garbage?
broken.
I
It's
think
full
it's
of
just
weapons.
that
This is strange.
I think depending on who you gave the game, the engine to, they'd be able to do something
Wonder
better
what
with
the
it.
commander is up to.
It's just that the Bethesda
Never
game,
mind.
they go for
Let's
really
mark these
big
crates and be gone
games,
from here.
and the reason that it has problems is because of all the instances. Like, if you walk into a building and you move something, the game has to account for that, so that has to be moved, and it's just a really complicated mess. So I don't know if you can actually make an engine that could do better, to be honest, that would make that same type of game that would be better than the creation engine. If you play, a lot of people, for instance, compare the Outer Worlds to Fallout, but if you notice, when you play the Outer Worlds, you can't move anything in that game. Like, everything is nailed down. There's no items you can pick up, so it makes it far, far more simpler. It gets rid of that entire thing that you can do in Bethesda games of picking up objects and everything, interacting with it all. So that game doesn't feel very interactable with anything, and it makes it a lot more stable. But you do lose something when you
These
do
aren't
that.
the right crates.
So, while I agree that Bethesda makes really buggy games, I think it's just because the genre of games they try to make, the technology still needs just more evolution and more advancement before you could really get to a point where you wouldn't have bugs. I don't think any developer could make a bug-free Bethesda-style game right now. Hey Sly, did everyone got back from Knives Out? It was awesome. Did you miss anything? No, we just got started a few minutes ago, actually. We've just been having fun. Didn't I just locate and mark the merchandise game? This quest has currently got me scratching my head. Actual 5-head, huh? But, going back to the Bethesda thing, yeah, I think I answered that as best as I can. In a way that totally won't piss off everyone and think I'm, like, covering for Bethesda. No, Bethesda's problems are their own, and they bear responsibilities for it. But, when it comes to the technology, I think that just no one can make that type of game go flawlessly right now. So that's my stance. Alright. That's that quest done, apparently. Disney says they're the underdog against the industry that they own. Who are they the underdog against? I'm curious. Okay, there's still something in that other building over there I gotta take care of.
Here we are. We have a good view from here. The harbor office is well guarded, both outside and inside. Getting through the main entrance is impossible.
There must
Can
be
you
a
use
bright
this
side.
stream to talk
There's
about
always
war
one.
crimes? You know,
You could
the
dress as
actual
a
criminal
Nazi and
act
go
or
through
some
the
kind
back
of piece of
door, but
entertainment?
Someone may recognize you inside.
I'll need to
Hey
be
Mike,
much
how
more
are you?
discreet. A potion could help me.
That is an option, yes, but since I'd rather avoid hurting any knots, I made some inquiries. The harbor office has an arrangement with Dieter from the brothel. Girls come every night with wine.
I see. You want us to spike the wine so that they sleep during our search.
It's a proven technique, and I can assure you they do not sniff the wine before drinking it.
Right. Let's get some sleeping pills. Then we'll go see Dieter.
Acquire sleeping medicine. Okay. I guess we could buy them from the merchant, maybe? You survived Black Friday. I mean, is that really saying anything these days? I think we've... maybe it's just me, but none of the stores I've ever seen at a Black Friday go crazy anymore over it. I think they've, you know, gotten... Well, like I said, there's probably some much bigger places where people still get into fights over stupid shit. But if you know what you're getting into if you go to a Black Friday. It's like saying I survived the mosh pit. It's like, what did you expect? Half the building shut down. Well, they usually do shut down a lot of the building just because most of it's not going to be used that night. I just don't really bother with... Here's something everyone should keep in mind when it comes to Black Friday. Most of the stuff you're buying on that day was specifically made for Black Friday sales and is usually, you know, inferior of their normal products. Isn't there supposed to be a salesman here? You there, give me some barbiturates. You didn't know that? Yeah, that's something that a lot of people don't know. Just why do you think they can sell it so cheap? It's like they're not selling anything for cheap. They're selling it at at a price that's going to make them money. It's just that they made it very cheap. Do you have any sleeping pills? I don't know where to get sleeping pills.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Caravan leader. Let's just go do the other things then, because this game's getting on my nerves somewhat. These missions are a little too obtuse in how you go about them. Craft or buy them. I don't know if I have crafting ability.
Come closer, good people. Liqueur and wine from the continent. Tier for D alcohol.
On sale, 1200 was 1500, but it's always been 1200. Yeah, that's something a lot of websites do these days. They make something overpriced and immediately mark it down to the actual price, so you feel like you're getting a deal. I once saw one on Amazon when I first moved out of my place. Moved out on my own. I went on Amazon to look for like a new bed set, and it was so absurd. They're like selling this average-looking bed set for like, this was $250, but we're selling it for like $100 now. And so it's a normal bed set. There's no way that was worth $250. But I hate that too. Can I finally talk to this dude up here? The local GameStop was selling a used PS4 Pro for $50. That's a pretty actual good deal. Is this busted? Like, that's just a stairway, and it's telling me there's like a quest I can finish up there. I don't get it. Or maybe it's further up. Have I ever watched The Green Martian War? It's a short film on YouTube based on War of the Worlds. World War I footage edited to have Martian war machines in it. I have not, but that actually does sound kind of interesting. Okay, I guess it was up here. If it's done well, yeah, that could be pretty fun to watch. You there. Hey, God is Haim. Surviving Black Friday is easy. Just shop online. Yeah, I actually, I went to a Walmart this morning to get a few things, and they said their Black Friday thing was like only half as big as it was previous years because everyone's buying it online.
Sir de Corsilion.
The Sade, my young student. What can I do for you?
Don't worry.
Is it made of fireflies? Yeah, it's pretty though, so don't judge.
For setting up camp.
Glad to hear it, Desade. I look forward to seeing your map. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
I found no traces of Professor Seraphedin yet.
That's most regrettable.
When are you going to
Keep
send the
looking for
Batman
me,
and
will
Robin
you?
video
You
game?
never know.
Um,
Can your old professor
you mean
still
the one
prove
based on a
himself
movie?
useful?
Never. I'll let you get on that one. I gotta leave something for the competition, you know? Can't take all the gems.
I would like to enlist your help in making the Minister of Commercial Affairs see reason.
Did our finicky Minister of Paperwork bother you?
He refuses to speed up the procedure to create a patent needed by a native merchant. The poor man has already had his wares confiscated several times, despite the fact that if he were given permission to set up shop in our city, it would certainly improve relations
Don't
with our
fireflies
neighbors.
have... They're magical
Not
bugs, okay?
surprised. This man
They live
really
for a long,
loves to
long
lose
time. They're like
himself in
parrots.
Writing up pointless paragraphs. Let me write you a
What
recommendation
competition?
letter.
GCN and Gaming Sins don't do shit anymore? I thought GCN was still doing stuff.
Become more compliant.
Thank
I've
you
heard that
for your
Gaming
help, sir.
Sins doesn't upload anymore, but
Always
I thought
delighted to
GCN
help
still
you
did.
And to bother this annoying little man. Can your old professor still prove himself useful?
Though I don't mind being Mr. Game Sins.
What can you tell me about the congregation's
A video
status on the
once
island?
every 3
Well,
months.
Thanks to Lady Morange's
So he does 4
excellent
videos a year?
work,
That's
our
pretty low.
situation is rather comfortable. Our young
I guess
city
real life is getting in the way
expanding.
for him.
New villages and cultivations are starting to emerge, and unlike our neighbors, we have managed to develop rather positive.
What was the last
relations
video he
with
did?
natives. I hope that our
The one
new
true...
governor
Yeah, call me
will
Mr. Game
continue
Sins.
in this direction.
No, I think both of those channels had like drama problems within their like groups, and like they ended up having slowing down a lot. His last video was the Resident Evil 2 remake. Oof. Yeah, like I don't know anything at all about Gaming Sins, but other than that, they're a group, and I think GCN started as a group too, and then they like broke up because there were threats of death or something. I don't know much about it. Makes me glad that it's really just been me and then Rune making intros for me. Keeps it nice and simple.
Looking forward to seeing you again, Sir de Corsilion.
How did the Gaming Sin idea come to my head? Well, I've always, taken stock of little oddities. I'm pretty good at, deconstructing a plot. It comes when you try to teach yourself to write plots yourself. You kind of get good at figuring out what's wrong and doesn't work. So that kind of helped, but then I noticed that there were a lot of people asking the Cinema Sins for like a gaming channel to do it as well, but they had no interest in it. And so I saw that there was demand for it, so if they weren't going to do it, and the people who were doing it at the time, which was GCN, not to speak bad of them, but I didn't think they were all that great at it. So I figured, hey, maybe I think I can do that a bit better. So I gave it a shot. At the time, I was kind of like almost done with YouTube because my all my other channels had kind of like fallen flat, and my Titanfall just wasn't going to be enough to run a channel off of. So I just ended up giving it a shot. There you go. There's the history. And the rest was a legend. Cinema Sins is shit? No, I don't think they are. I mean, I haven't watched them in a while either, just because I like to avoid Sin channels in general, because I like to grow and advance in my own ways and not be influenced. Okay, okay, talk to this guy again. Yeah, I've given my backstory quite a few times though. I've heard Mandalorian is great, but I don't want to like pay for yet another streaming service to watch it.
Minister.
Your Excellency, it is
Interesting how people started out. Yeah. Well, I had a couple failed channels before I got to this one, and mine almost failed with the Titanfall stuff. I was about to give up on YouTube. I literally just had a half. The most interesting thing that I've ever said about it was I had the Titanfall channel. I was part of a group of other news type YouTube channels that were covering a specific game, and we were gonna have like a big single channel. And I was originally posed the whole Gaming Sins idea to go on that channel. And so I recorded the Tomb Raider footage and wrote a script, but I wasn't going to be the voice of it. I had a friend of mine, Ricky, who streams on Twitch every once in a while here, who he was going to be the one doing the editing and the voice, the narration, but things didn't work out, and essentially that all fell apart. At the same time, my Titanfall channel was just like going nowhere. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna, since everything I've done is more or less failed, I'm gonna finish up this last project I've already done all this work on, and then I'm just gonna call it quits. Because I figured no one would watch it either. I was a bit depressed at the time. So I hammered it all together in an admittedly half-ass shape and put it out there. Then I went to work and came back at the end of the day and had like 50,000 views on it. I was like, oh, that's a lot. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna see if, people keep coming back for this stuff.
As I explained, these things take time. But I'm listening.
CinemaSins has gotten lazy with their videos. They miss easy stuff. I want to avoid commenting on that because there's probably people who would say the same thing about me. I mean, I'm going to guess. That's something someone will make an expose video in like a year or so, like, Dartigan's making fun of CinemaSins for, this, but check out this clip.
I see.
And I'm like, oh my god, what did I do?
Accept your request. But I hope all merchants will not make use of the same.
And did they come back? You mean the people watching the vids? Well, I'm still going.
Here's the patent that will allow your protege to legally pursue his activity in the city.
YouTube is a lot of hard work and a lot of luck. Like you need both to really get anywhere. Like I've known plenty of channels that put in tons of hard work, but they never got that lucky break that lets them just like shine. My comment sections do say that about me.
Looking forward to seeing you again.
Would you like anything else?
Yeah, I've missed so much shit from the tapes. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't give a shit about the tapes. And Kojima is liking to put so much stuff into, tapes and emails.
What exactly is your role here?
I am tasked with advising Governor Constantine about business matters. And I make sure that all
no one likes depressed Dartigan. Well, half the people who watch me think I am because my voice is monotone.
I am responsible.
If you don't have a lot of energy in your voice, you must obviously be sad.
Among other things, it is an exciting job that requires the utmost care. Would you like anything else?
You've been playing Spec Ops: The Line on Fubar. It's still fucking great. Well, more power to you. I will leave that one to you.
That'll be all.
Goodbye, Your Excellency.
Be the #1 gaming sins? Apparently, I already am. Even without me, realizing it. Alright, I guess that's a mission accomplished. Well, everyone's sad. No one is ever not sad. Everyone experiences sadness and depression. That's just a part of life. Like, anyone who tells you, like, man, I'm never sad, I'm always happy, I got a great life, they are full of shit. That's one of the reasons you should never live your life comparing yourself to Instagram people who are, like, really just playing a role. Like, look how great my life is, look how good I look today. And it's like, yeah, but anyone could make themselves look that good. Alright, so give the patent to the merchant. Did you see the Ash versus Kukui fight? Is that the one where Ash finally become a league champion and does a Kamehameha wave somehow? I'm not sure what you're referring to. I don't really follow Pokemon except for like the final episode of the season when Ash usually inevitably loses and everyone's sad. But this is the one time he won and then they immediately rebooted the entire series. Like, wow.
You came back.
He doesn't even get a revel in it now.
Terrible happened.
What is it? I was just bringing you the.
I don't think
patent
the
you
Orange
needed to
League
set up
counted
shop.
as a league championship.
The Lord Irony came back and they took my
At least from
cousin
what I
away.
remember of it.
He came to bring us animal pelts and new objects from the village. But the warriors came back.
They didn't reboot it? I thought
They
it was
took
been rebooted.
everything he was
That
bringing me.
uh,
And they also
the new
took
season of the
him.
anime has
I don't know what
Ash
they will do
getting
with him.
Pikachu again. He's back in
Please,
Palatown, and
bring
now he
him
has a
back
new
to
rival
me.
kid
I
friend
don't see
dude
why they would have arrested your cousin,
who's not Gary Oak,
but I'll try to find out.
who's also the co-sequel of the series. That was a flashback. Well, it's still a reboot because it didn't happen originally. I don't know. Pokemon Company's weird these days. Jack, stop it, kitty. You've been pet many times today. Translation error, they said fresh start. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. Because I haven't watched it. It just seems like they're trying to definitely rewrite the origin of Ash and Pikachu. Like they start off I did watch the first episode of it when they had the Pichu evolve into the Pikachu. When is my Mass Effect 2 vid coming? I don't know. I don't exactly schedule these things months in advance. They just kind of come as they, you know, something pops into my head like, you know, I want to do that right now. I'd still have to play Mass Effect 2. They actually didn't rewrite anything, just expanded on Pikachu. If anything, they didn't explain enough. Well, like I said, they did add a new character into it with, you know, in Palatown with that one kid. And like I said, I didn't see Gary Oak anywhere, and I thought he was kind of important. So maybe they get, you know, expanded in episode 2 because I only checked out the first one. And admittedly, there were no subtitles on it, so I was like, oh, I'm just gonna guess at what they're saying.
All of the crates.
Perfect. I shall ask my men to follow the same path.
One of the crates was damaged. I was quite surprised by what I found in it.
I guess they're just gonna finally, you know, tell us
To
who
be
Ash's
honest with
father
you,
is
the
too, maybe.
commander never told me what was in them.
It's a perfect
I received
opportunity.
the order to deliver them as soon as Kurt accomplished his mission without any further instructions. For what it's
How
worth,
is Fallen Order?
I thank you for your
Pretty
help,
good.
and I hope you can accept
Not the
this
greatest,
modest
but it's pretty
token
good.
for everything you've done. If you have another moment, Your Excellency, I would like to ask you for your help. We have a serious
Well, yeah, Gary
problem
hasn't been a character for a while, but he was a character for a while at the beginning.
A problem that concerns you closely.
I'm listening.
I was told that some of our
Didn't they
soldiers have
hint
been
like a couple
extorting large
story arcs
sums of
ago
money
that
from
all the
town
league
merchants
champions eventually have like a
for
grand
reasons of
championship between them
financing their
to determine the strongest?
Are you
I thought that was
telling
going
me
to be,
that
you
the
know,
guard
turn
is
into that
extorting
eventually.
merchants in our city?
Indeed. Some
Also, does
merchants
Ash like have to
sold
stay and live in
one of them has
Aloha
even
since he's
been
the league
found
champion
dead.
to defend his
I hope you
title?
don't intend to
That's how it
conceal
usually is with the other
situation.
league champions.
If my cousin learns of this,
Oh no, certainly not, Your Excellency. We intend to punish the guilty party with the greatest severity. But the merchants refuse to give us the
Like I figured you like
slightest
voided your
testimony.
championship if you left the
guard
region.
frightens them, and rightly so. We won't be able
What
to
about
put a
Brock
stop
though?
to
He's
these crimes
got a girlfriend
without
now, from
outside
apparently. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they really care about the romance. They leave that to the fans. Hey, Freeze, you're Batman. Hi, Batman. I'm Freeze.
I've come to see you again to talk about the Islander merchant.
Are we talking about? Well, this conversation's going every single direction. Evidently not. At least not right now. I think Pokemon Championships are different in the anime, and Brock doesn't have a girlfriend. He's a Pokemon doctor now. No, I don't watch the Pokemon thing. I just see articles from time to time. And there's apparently one I read about, you know, some girl finally being into Brock. So I thought, man, oh, finally, my man. He's made it.
They wanted to confiscate his cargo, but the lad resisted, and he was thrown in jail for disorderly conduct. If you want to set him free, that's where you must go. Sorry, again, Your Excellency.
You know, I don't even know what my
I should
main
have
quest
known you'd managed
quest
to
is right
obtain
now.
the
I kind
necessary
of got lost in
license
all
for
this other
your
shit I'm
protege
doing.
and told the patrol.
Brock is like 15. You know, it's weird, but when I was watching that show, the first season, I thought Brock was like in his like mid-20s. It's like, wow, he seems old. Why is he traveling with kids?
No, thank you.
I think I thought that because he was taking care of like his kid brothers and sisters, and he was the big brother. But it just seemed like that just made logical sense to me. was like, Brock's a boomer. That's right, I was doing the boomer meme, all the way back in the 90s. Okay, wow, that just opened up a bunch of shit. God, this game just wants to bury you in quests, doesn't it? Max was like 8 when he was traveling with his sister May and Ash. See, you're talking about, parts of the anime I never watched. When it came to me watching the anime, I watched basically the beginning of it, and then like the Orange League, and then once I got to Johto, that was the end of it for me. I kind of moved on. So my intense knowledge of the anime kind of ends with Orange League. Though I gotta admit that the final battle of the Orange League was pretty fucking baller.
I'm currently investigating an extortion case involving the guard. Are you one of the merchants who has been threatened?
I'm not gonna answer the question about Brock, doing, questionable things.
Really? Come on. If you want these guards to be arrested, you need to talk to me.
That's a bit above my pay grade.
Be able to do anything, and snitching don't end well. I want to hold on to my business and my life. How about some new armor, Your Excellency?
I was told that someone found a merchant's body. Did you know him?
Of course. The town isn't that big. We all know each other here.
Unoba was the most insulting series.
We found his body on the street by the port.
You know what fake nations like every region is like is like based on an actual real world location, like Kanto is Japan and Aloha is Hawaii. Like what nations have they covered in all those areas? Has there been Pokemon Australia yet? That seems like you get the most exotic Pokemon there.
Victim of these bandits. One of your people is dead. Yet you refuse to help me. Why?
It's precisely because
yeah, right now they're doing Pokemon UK.
Now, you can either buy
like,
something
what about Pokemon China? Does Ash, this Ash's Pokedex, track him everywhere, and then he has to, maintain his social credit score? Make it real dark, Pokemon Company.
The law of silence is at work. Nobody saw anything. Nobody knows anything.
The best forge in Tier 3D.
You demand answers. Do you believe that Pokemon trainers? No, stop. I don't want to think about horrible things, and you're trying to make me think about something that's just... No. I'll let you write that fanfiction. Go away, you horrible person, you.
Come closer, good sire. I am pleased to welcome you to the best wine and spirit shop in...
Please don't endorse that. Well, I hardly doubt Pokemon's gonna get political.
Or for a gift for someone, you've come to the right place.
Thank you, but I'm not here for that.
Yeah, they'll go to the China region, and there'll be a certain group of Pokemon that are put in re-education camps. Wigamon! What are you doing in that camp? Why are they injecting you, Wigamon?
I'm conducting an investigation. Some merchants are being extorted by members of the guard.
Are you sure? It's probably just a nasty
Harry
rumor.
Potter was very political, not until after the series was over, when J.K. Rowling decided she wanted to, like, get some of that, that spicy social, social points. Gotta grow that Twitter somehow.
I was told a merchant had been found dead.
Really?
Pokemon used to be slaves.
I didn't know.
I was like, when
No
did
one
that
told me
happen?
about that. What was his name?
Come on, don't take me for a fool. You know very well who I'm talking about.
I don't. Really?
They had Pokemon re-education camps in Gen 5? Real?
Food with? You need something strong when eating game.
Ash
You're
went
obviously
back to the...
terrified.
Wow.
Don't you think it's better to tell me everything?
I have clearly not kept up with the
No desire
Pokemon
to get
lore.
into trouble. Please leave me.
But if you don't help me, you will never be rid of these guards.
I told you, I don't know what you're talking about.
People openly married Pokemon. Well, I could probably be tempted by that, by a Jinx. Maybe a Mr. Mime. Hey, sometimes you get lonely, and that's close enough. You're watching my Spec Ops Sins video right now. It's not my best work, admittedly, though I stand by everything I say on that game. Get a ditto? Yo, dittos can make themselves look human. Alright, did I solve the mystery? I haven't been paying attention, I've just been clicking on buttons when the game tells me to click on buttons. Oh. That's gonna be rough, doing push-ups in the armor. And wearing your weapons. Chad, how many push-ups can you do? I can currently do 50. I'm trying to get up to being able to do 100. Push-ups, not bad. And no, that me trying to do 100 push-ups is not, you know, an invitation to do the One Piece comment. I mean, not One Piece, but One Punch comment. Like 100 push-ups, huh? What about 100 sit-ups? 10 miles of jogging? Or darn it. At once, I can do 500 for a whole day. I don't know. That's pretty intense if you do 500 in a day. Currently, I do 2 sets of 25 to get to 50. It's a good feeling after you do it, though. Am I where I'm, you know... I guess I need to go up another floor? Oh, this map is terrible. Oi! Pull-ups. I'm still working on my amount of pull-ups. I can currently only do about 15 pull-ups. I'm trying to get that up a bit higher. My pull-up game ain't strong enough yet. Okay, that goes down. I need to go up. Where is up? There were more black and white footage in the documentary when I strictly came for color. Oh, okay. Everyone just creepily standing in this room in... Like, yeah. We spend a lot of time in here. I feel like I'm in a freaking crazy house, like everyone's just standing there. It's not the way you do proper NPCs. My pull-out game ain't strong enough? How dare you question my pull-out game? Wait, what are we talking about again? What kind of pull-out game? This isn't a BioWare game, though, but it's trying its best to be one. I feel that they need to tell you, you know, if you need to go up a floor better than what they're currently doing. Let me go over here and see if I missed something. You thought this was BioWare helping? No. BioWare is owned by EA. Why would they be helping someone, you know, that's, you know, not EA owned? Those days aren't around anymore. Though BioWare did help the first Witcher come into existence. Like, the very first Witcher game actually used BioWare's original engine. I wonder how much of that code is actually still in the Witcher engine right now. It's weird when you think about it, a lot of the modern engines are actually built off of game engines that are ancient. Okay, I went through that entire building and found nothing. Just game. Okay, let's go over back downstairs then. There's no where else I can go. Hey, don't open. How are you? Back with the Ayayas, I see. So, chat, what do you think Nintendo is going to release next year? I think the only thing they've got planned right now is, you know, Animal Crossing, right? That can't be their only game, though, I don't believe. I guess it's in the basement is where I need to go. I mean, next year is looking like it's going to be the best year ever that games have had since 2004. So we might as well, you know, speculate on what Nintendo is going to release at the end of the year. Metroid, I think it's still too early for Metroid. Or Breath of the Wild. Can we get KOTOR remasters, please? I doubt it.
Hello, what can I do for you?
They'll release Cyberpunk on the Switch. Hey, they managed to get The Witcher on it.
I'm looking for a prisoner. A native who should have been brought here recently.
You're a bit late. He was sent to fight in the arena.
In the arena? So this man was judged? Who pronounced the sentence?
We're getting Outcast remasters.
Do you really think that we would organize a proper trial for a
I don't know,
savage?
because it's up to EA, and EA doesn't see a profit in it, probably.
You won't gun down right there and then. At least in the arena, he has a
Right,
chance
part of the kids
survival
next door.
since
Whatever gave you that
apparently
idea?
He's a hunter.
This man was only defending the goods he was bringing to his cousin. And now he has to fight for his life.
I have no hand in this. I'm not the one who made this decision. They brought him here.
GreedFall
and then they
was
took
good.
him away. That's all.
I like the
did you
world
do
building.
with the
I'm
goods
having
he
a
had
little
with
trouble keeping, you
They
know,
got confiscated,
things,
put
you
in
know,
the storeroom
keeping the main
like
plot
all the rest.
in, you know, proper
Fair enough.
focus. Maybe that's just the beginning of the game, though.
I must leave you.
Alright, to the Colosseum, then. Be a victor in the arena. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Breath of the Wild 2, but I also hope that isn't a sign that now that Nintendo has a new successful Zelda formula, that's also going to get beaten into the ground, like the Ocarina of Time formula did. The crowd on SmackDown is dead. Or are they just not into it? No big name fighting? Yo, does wrestling still have like those jobber fighters that literally exist only to like lose? It's hard to describe it, but I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. But every once, like when I guess they just didn't have a big matchup, they just bring out this no-name guy that's just there. He's like, hey, I'm a guy. And he's just there to just have a quick match against someone he's obviously not going to win against. He wouldn't even get like a big introduction. He's like, it'd be like, in this corner, Jim Jeffries, give him a hand. Now here's Razor Ramon. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. And he's, yeah, I wonder who's gonna win. Ironically, they did kind of turn that on its head once when they introduced a new character. It was Eddie, there's like this, you know, they kind of set it up to make it look like this is gonna be one of those, jobber wrestlers that loses to someone else, to Razor Ramon, I think, or was it Vin Diesel, whichever one it was, not Vin Diesel, but and it was ended up he called the 1, 2, 3 kid, and he ended up winning, and they're like, oh, that was interesting that one time they did that. Okay, so I'm here to fight. I think I'm here to fight. Yeah, Diesel, Kevin Nash, and then 1, 2, 3 Kid. Later they did, but 1, 2, 3 Kid started out as just like a jobber guy that was just there set up to make it look like he was going to lose, and then he pulled off a surprise victory. Which was it? Is it Diesel or Kevin Nash that is just like an incredibly messed up cokehead now, and is barely alive? You know, okay, I like that this world has realistic buildings, but I can't find my way around inside of them sometimes. You're thinking, oh, Scott Hall, yeah, Scott Hall is the one I'm thinking of. Like I said, I haven't watched wrestling since, like, the day of WCW. Which came to the end, like, in, like, what, 2000, 2001?
This part of the establishment is reserved for regular customers who paid an entry fee. Sorry, but I can't let you in.
Pay the fee.
In that case, allow me to pay the fee.
We're delighted to have you as a regular
Bayonetta
customer,
3
Your
coming next year, it'd be
Excellency.
nice. I mean, they announced it, what, 2 years ago? Astral Chain got announced after Bayonetta 3 did, and Astral Chain already came out. Oh yeah, who was excited about that big Smash announcement of Leon and Jill being spirits? Like, oh, yay, spirits. That's what we wanted. What? I'm underground now. Okay. Can I make some of that, you know, sleeping poison stuff that I needed? Sleeping potion. I don't have enough innocuous Hispedius. Or that I need a science level of 1. Bottle of brandy and a sleeping potion. Make that though, I don't know what I need it for. Back in the 1980s, 2000... Wow, that's a big span of time. Joining the kids next door was the shit. I didn't I'm sorry, but it wasn't part of me. I never even saw it. Well, Leon would have made a lot more sense for a Smash character, since Leon's Resident Evil 4 was a big game on the GameCube.
Good day, and welcome to the arena.
Hello, fellow
Is this your
moose. Hello
first
to you,
time?
Mike.
It is.
Excellent.
He who
The
giveth
crowd
the
just
moves
loves to
freely.
see new faces. So, are you ready to rise to the challenge?
Chris
Or
Jericho
would you
is
like
still a
little
big name in
reminder of the
wrestling these
rules
days.
before jumping in? Unless, of course, you're just here to go over the basics.
Which one was he?
Get in some practice. Perfect. As soon as you're ready, you can jump right in. My lords and ladies, here is a new team of fighters. Taking to our
The only wrestler I really
arena.
cared about was Diamond
Give them
Dallas
a
Page, and he
hearty
does yoga
welcome.
now.
Ready to excite the crowd?
I wish to fight alongside the island hunter that was captured.
Really? You'd have to go in alone. Your friends will need to stay in the stands. Are you sure that this prisoner is worth
He broke his
risking your
hips,
life?
yeah. He got, well, all wrestlers get pretty messed up after a while.
This man has been the victim of terrible injustice. I cannot stand aside without doing anything.
Oh, that's
I don't even know how
extremely
Mankind is still alive. Wait, is he still
It's
alive?
just the sort of crazy idea that the crowd loves. I have to warn you, though. If you want to fight now, you will lose your bonus in the running challenges. So, what'll it be?
He's still going. Yeah, that dude's a survivor.
Justice cannot wait. I'm ready to fight.
Excellent.
Me and my pilgrim hat
case,
definitely scream
The
badass
arena
warrior.
awaits you.
Hey, see you later, Sovereign. Oh shit, that was sudden. Just shoot all the bullets. Yeah, this is how you win every fight in the game.
What a show! You've won the affections of the crowd. And when the crowd makes a decision...
Yeah, if the game had
it gets
proper
what it
combat,
wants.
it would actually be pretty
You're
good.
free, prisoner.
Who needs magic when you have gun?
On Almanawi. Blessed be the winds that have blown you to my side. By what name should I address you?
My name is Dartigan.
Oh, that voice.
In fact, it's your cousin the merchant that's...
How is GreedFall so far? You know, I can't really tell you. I haven't been paying attention. We've been having too many good conversations in chat tonight. Return to the merchant. Win the first... Okay, let's win the first challenge.
Ready to excite the crowd?
Could you explain the rules again?
Certainly.
What template did I start with? Warrior? So swords and guns.
2 of your companions will fight at your side. In order to become a champion, you'll need to win the 5 challenges that become more and more difficult. Each challenge is broken down into 3 rounds. You can take a breather.
He wanted to have a retirement match, but they literally told him he would die.
If you give up on a
And I
challenge,
can't even imagine what the
you'll need to
inside of his
start
body
all
is
over
like.
again from the beginning. Once the challenge has
It's
been
mostly
completed,
scar tissue at this
you
point,
can
probably.
fight any of the rounds you've already won again, just for the fun of it.
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well, come back again soon.
This is modern Fable. You know, I wish Fable was a series that would come back. Well, let me
Ready
fight.
to excite the crowd?
Could you explain the rules again?
Certainly. In order each challenge. Once a challenge.
Okay, where's the option to, okay, I'm ready to go, put me in? He got thrown 16 feet on the top of a cell, and yeah, but that was a while before 2012.
I need to get going.
Huh. A pity. Well,
You know, maybe
come back
Microsoft
again
will
soon.
bring back Fable now that they declare they want to make games again. If they were being serious. You can't fight with a tag-along, leave the area first. Oh. Yeah, they were working on like some kind of weird version of Fable, but it got cancelled. I mean like an actual... Whoa, you just phase into reality.
I'm glad to see you again. Oh, Ven. Oh, I'm so glad to see you alive.
Then you must thank this Onol Munawi. He fought to save me.
Thank you. May the grass always be soft beneath your feet.
Don't mention it. I also brought back your goods.
May the trees always bear you fruit. We owe you a lot. You should go see Ulan, the chief of Vignamri, my village. He wants to
We
be
did good,
friends
chat.
with the Renaigse. Since you are a legate, you
Well, they're not
can
just
talk
buying
to
indie
him.
studios. They've bought some pretty big studios. They bought Tim Schafer's Double Fine. They bought the guys making well, technically they are an indie dev, but they're making Wasteland 3 or 4 at this point, whichever one it was, and a couple other games. Then they also bought Obsidian. That's not exactly indie. All right, what do we got left to do? I got a bunch of stuff I need to turn in. Meet with Luna. Okay, that's really all we got left to do. Meet with Ultan, the leader of the Vignamri. Vignamari. You know what? I can't read that mix of Russian and, you know, Cherokee. But we don't need the sailor clothes on anymore, do we? That's pretty good. We have a better weapon. I've been stick with this one for a while now. Old rusted saber. I can't use these other ones. I need more agility. Yeah, I need to put a point in agility when I finally get an opportunity. If you ever want to cry at the sight of a tank, and I mean cry in sorrow and disgust, search up A38 Valiant. It is truly horrendous. You know, I don't really, you know, expect tanks to be pretty. I kind of expect them to be functional. Alright. Oh, actually, we got... Reach the village of Verdriez, meet the Tel Theme governor and ask about the Malachor. And meet the Bridge Alliance governor and ask... Okay, let's go meet the Bridge Alliance governor. Out into the brave world and wilderness we go. You need popcorn? You know what? Popcorn is one of those things I always regret eating because it always gets stuck in my teeth and I'm just like picking at it for the days. Like, no thank you, I regret that choice. Did I know they're making 2001 with boobs? 2001 with boobs. Do you mean like the movie 2001 Space Odyssey? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What's the premise of this game? There's some kind of disease ravaging Europe, and there's this island that's essentially America, or a stand-in for it, and colonialism, and the natives are gonna, you know, not like it, and magic is involved somehow. They're remaking 2001 Space Odyssey. I did not know that. First I've heard of it. Don't know why you would do that. That's considered a very classic movie. But whoever's the brave soul trying it, good luck. Is that one of those things you've actually seen officially done, or is that just like a rumor you read on a forum somewhere? Sometimes people come into chat and they're like, hey, did you hear about this thing that's happened? And it's just like some, yo, assfartrumors.com mentioned. Kill that pheasant, kill it! Bird killing confirmed. Yeah, that sounded, you know, suspicious to me. I think you probably just heard a rumor somewhere that someone made up. I don't know of anyone brave enough to take that task on. I don't even know who owns the rights to it. Yeah, be wary of rumors you read, chat. A lot of people like to make lies on the internet, I know. It's true, but you gotta be careful. No one wants to be made a fool of. Need more smallpox blankets? Well, the Europeans are the one dying of the disease in this one. And we're here to find the cure, I think. Your mama said everything on the internet is true. Actually, it's ironic. Our parents were the ones who told us not to trust everything on the internet. But then they're the ones who, like, went around and believe everything they see on Facebook. It's like, what the hell was that all about? You taught me, Mom. You were the one who told me not to. And now I gotta remind you that every time you post something on Facebook, it just, you know, it's bullshit. I'm speaking metaphorically. My mom is actually very intelligent and doesn't believe most shit. I'm going the wrong way, by the way. But you know what I'm talking about. When your parents are just constantly posting, you know, political Facebook memes. It's like, where are you finding this garbage? Marvel owns 2001. That's a surprise. Okay, meet the Bridge Alliance. They get beat down by life and their critical thinking skills takes a nosedive. I don't think that's necessarily true. I just think they probably were always kind of gullible. Merchant camps. During long journeys, you can stop at wandering merchant camps. There you can buy or sell items, manage your companions, or access your chest. Do you have any of that stuff? I think I need some of this. Give me one. Sure, I've got one of everything, so I can maybe craft that thing I needed for that other mission. Hey, I can... Shit, God, I just need more stuff and agility to use any other weapon besides my shitty rusty dagger. Do I think people in the Pokemon universe eat their pets? Well, they're definitely eating Pokemon. I think we've had this conversation before. I mean, you don't see any regular non-Pokemon animals, do you? Alright, we crafted the sleeping potion. Now we need to craft the drink, and we need a bottle of brandy to do it. You sell brandy, good sir. Apparently not. There's plenty of magic carp for everyone. You want to, you know, I think it's actually confirmed that, yeah, there are, I mean, there are no non-Pokemon animals in that universe, right? Like, everything that's an animal is a Pokemon. Right, isn't this where the, you know, the Bridge Alliance... Oh, this was further out than I thought. Meet with Ulna, the leader of the Vingari. Do I think Magikarp tastes good? Well, it's... Well, sure, why not? I'd rather eat its evolved form, though. That dragon, you know, the Gyarados, that seems mighty tasty. You want to get the meat after it's aged a little bit, and it's in season.
I can't do that.
Do you think people, like, get desperate and if, like, someone gets stranded somewhere, if they finally just give in to temptation and eat their, you know, their beloved Pokemon? There's a lot of questions one can ask about the universe of Pokemon. I still don't know what goes on inside of a Pokeball. Has that ever been, you know, properly explained? What's on the inside of a Pokeball? And how long can they stay in there before they, like, you know, die of, you know, malnutrition? Parties? There's only one in there, so how many parties can you have with just one Pokemon? Robot Chicken. Yeah, I don't think, you know, Nintendo considers Robot Chicken to be, you know, the authority on the subject. Are we fighting beavers?
Desarde, can I do anything for you?
No, leave me alone.
I must leave you.
You feel like Mouth would get eaten and on a stranded island in a scenario. Like I said, I think all the Pokemon are fair game. They got a decent amount of meat on them. Getting a little bit of a Witcher vibe now that we're out actually in the place. Out in the place, I mean out in the wild. An Abra survived trapped in the bottom of a lake for 20 years. Yeah, I guess they're like cryologically frozen inside of it.
Greetings! Do you want to travel without tiring yourself out? My caravan goes through all the cities. So, where should I drop you?
Nowhere just yet.
Thanks, but I'd rather walk.
How does their church work? I don't know, is there religion in Pokemon? Do they have a god? Or do they worship... Is there like a god Pokemon they worship? Pretty sure the answer to that question is going to be yes. There's some, you know, dingbat cult Pokemon cult out there that worships some kind of legendary as like the creator. There is a god Pokemon? Hurt. This feels like, you know, massively multiplayer, you know, kind of combat. And by that I mean unsatisfying. I don't know what it is about this developer, spiders. They just cannot do combat to save their life, no matter how many times they try. There's a dingbat cult for just about all legendary Pokemon. You enjoy this game's version of hand-holding? Are these bears? They're like beaver bears. Look at the tail. And they're part warthog as well. I really need a better weapon. This one, it just does nothing. I'm also noticing the characters repeat lines a lot. Well, we leveled up. Goody me. What do I want? The kick unbalances more. I never use the kick. Strong grip. Attacking with one-handed heavy weapons deals more damage. I guess we'll grab that. Praise Helix. Well, that was a meme. That wasn't canon. I still remember the days of watching those streams though. That was good stuff. Let's go off the beaten path for a moment. A bit of poison on my blade, and let's go! That guy has one line. Look over at chat and someone's asking how Jesse from Team Rocket tastes. Chat, why do you have to make children's entertainment so pervy? Can't something remain pure? Oh, you're playing a randomizer playthrough. And you're hoping you find Helix. Good job with the poison on your blade. Good job, boss. Remember one of the Naruto fighting games where they could only get Troy Baker to do one line? You will feel pain. And he'd shout it over and over again. Well, hey, I guess if you have a character called Pain, you might as well have him, work that to it, as much as you can.
I need a bit of
Oh, I need to climb level. That's ledge paint. You have to be the proper level to even climb. That's a new one. I see ledge paint and I think I can automatically climb it. Not here, says the game. No. Come back when you're ready. Morning, hey Savage, how are you? 2:30 a.m. and you're getting up for work. At 2:30 a.m.? God damn, man, that sounds horrible. Well, hope they're paying you well. Ledge paint you have to level up for, exactly. How many times are you gonna do the poison on his blade line before I get mad? I'm gonna guess 2 more. And where the bridge guy should be right up here. Meet the Bridge Alliance governor and ask about the Malachor. You look like that fellow on the other side of the road I just came through. Chad, don't let me forget you'll get agility points next time I can. How is the game? It's alright, but the combat is just barely adequate. The combat is just not good. Let's just put it that way. The world building's alright, graphics are alright. Meh. I don't think it's gonna be anyone's favorite RPGs of all time, let's put it that way. But I'm not hating it. I don't know if I'll complete it or not, though. I just didn't, feel like finding something else to play tonight. I was like, I'll play another stream of this before I move on to something else. Like, I don't think I'm going to do a Sin video on it. At least not at this point in time. Because I doubt it would get many views. Question marks everywhere. I thought it was... Okay, we gotta travel more. You were glad the devs this generation moved away from that thing they were doing in 2013 to 15, where every cutscene had this super close-up of a character's face to show off their glorious graphics. They still do that, dude. No, that's still very much present. Not as widespread. You just must not be playing the same games I play. I noticed plenty of money shots for the facial animation. If they put enough money in their facial animation, you better be they're damn sure gonna show it to you.
Halt! What's your destination, my lord?
Just into town. I am an emissary of the congregation.
I think what you're
and I'm here
talking
to
about is
discuss
that weird
matters with your
stuff Bethesda does where they like have the camera zoom in and swoop real close and lock onto their face.
The roads are becoming dangerous. Do you have anything particular to report?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Well then, good travels, my lord.
Ugh. Still 2019 and no one in the gaming industry can do hair? Not true. There is plenty of good video game hair now. It still has a bit more work, but we've actually made a lot of strides in video game hair. There's actually, actual, individual strands, especially when it comes to facial hair. Like, just go back to, like, the Xbox 360 gen and look at hair. It's usually, like, a clump of, modeling clay and maybe a dangling ponytail. We started getting good hair actually with Tomb Raider when they used that tress effect stuff. I don't know, Jim. I just have to disagree. I think there's still plenty of close-up facial shots. I don't see that going anywhere. Sometimes that's just used for cinematic effect too, so you can see the character's emotions. Am I there yet? No, I'm not. Yeah, I guess it's that place. Red Dead. Red Dead had basically everything because they had a lot of money to spend on it. That game was actually, indulgent in the amount of detail it could put into everything. To the point where it actually got kind of annoying. Set up camp. You have discovered a campsite. Its location is now marked on your map. You can travel from here, or be transported here directly from the travel interface. Here you can summon and manage your companions. Cool. Can I do my Mr. Dink impression? For what reason, sir? Why should I pull out such a god tier impression for you at this moment? I mean, if I just overuse my best material, it's not gonna be my best material anymore. It's funny, yeah, but it's only funny with proper context. Because my Mr. Dink impression is essentially just Bernie Sanders as well. No killing sheep, huh? You saw my Become Human video today. Oh, Detroit Become Human. Without putting the Detroit in there, it took me a moment to remember what you were talking about. Ugh, but I hope you enjoyed it. David Cage's stuff always makes for good videos. Oh, I didn't know I was going to go into this big of a town. My Douglas impression is also my Bernie Sanders impression. They're kind of the same thing. They just kind of work together. AI guy, welcome back. How about we call Cal a Jedi? Trust me, it's just not this funny if you just keep reusing the same joke that you did in one stream a year ago. Plus, I've already finished, playing that game. Why would I be memeing it up now? For the video? I don't really see... no. I don't think that's really what I'm going to do with that. I have high standards, you know. And my stream humor doesn't always, you know, translate well to my video humor. That's some nice wheat. Some good wheat, video game wheat. I'd like to make bread with that shit. Can't wait to have that in the next Minecraft update.
Halt! Your names, titles, and business at hand.
Sir de Sardet, emissary of the Congregation of Merchants on Tier 3.
Look at all that
I have
gluten.
come to present my regards to your governor.
Your papers seem to be in order. Welcome to Hikmet, Your Excellency.
What's up, TSX? How are you? Game of the Year 2019. For me, it's Resident Evil 2, though Devil May Cry 5 is a very, very close second. I don't know why and I don't know how, but I have a feeling that my Sin video for Jedi Fallen Order will do about 17 to 20 minutes long. Probably. It's not a very long game.
And always in the vanguard of progress.
Ask about the origin. Where do you locally source your produce?
Where do your wares come
Why do I look like a vampire right now?
Come straight from the continent. That's still where the most refined objects come from, isn't it? But others are also.
Yo, this lighting makes me look like I look like I'm in blackface. What the hell? Like, no, I'm a performer, okay? It's not racist. It's the lighting, all right. It's don't judge. Let's sell some of this old crap I don't need. Yeah, we don't need old stained shirt. Don't need 2 sailor coats either. Okay, and yeah, got a bunch of crap here. Alright, we're good. No. I really just need more levels before I can use anything. No reason to even buy stuff I can't use. You were watching my Jedi streams earlier today, and I didn't understand why Deborah Wilson's characters always have bug eyes when she doesn't look like that. You know, I have never actually looked at her real face. I might have to check that out to see if it's just like why every game developer makes her eyes bug out of her head. This OST is mad nice. Yeah, the production value of the graphics and music are all top notch. I just wish the combat was actually, you know, something memorable. The lighting in the game is especially good. I'm definitely giving the game praise a lot over that. Die Sardet's house. Alright, we gotta go there. We have business. I mean, technically this looks just as good as something like The Witcher in terms of like the world. All that's fine.
You'd better go.
I mean, that's a pretty damn nice little, you know, city they got here.
I'm not certain that I can remain calm if I see such a man.
We rarely bow down on our ships. I hope I will not embarrass you.
You think Doom Eternal would have been a strong contender for the awards? Yeah, but that's been postponed to next year when everything is coming out. So, can you imagine the Game of the Year awards for next year? Holy God. That's gonna be a hell of a fight. The Game Awards might finally actually mean something. Yep, 2020 is looking like a red letter day. Or red letter year, I mean. This castle feels very familiar to the previous one, well, manor, I guess. Not red letter media, red letter day. It's like a very important event. Your money's on The Last of Us 2? That will definitely be a strong contender. But it's actually got a lot of competition. So don't just expect it to automatically win. Because it's not the only big game coming out next year. You know what bugged you the most about Jedi Fallen Order? We can't wield a gun and a lightsaber like Sarah did. No wonder nearly all the... Yeah, well, Jedi generally don't do that. And that would require a lot more... there goes that burp trying to get out of me again. That's a turkey burp, by the way. Had some leftovers before the stream. But, generally there's no Star Wars game that lets you use a blaster for most of it. Outside of, you know, like KOTORs and stuff. My Death Stranding video cracked you up? You love the videos? Keep up the good work. One love, dude. Hey, well, thank you, man, and thank you for all your positivity. Many moos to you. And I hope you enjoy my other stuff as well, but thanks for giving me, coming in and, you know, showing your appreciation. I enjoyed. I make it because it makes people happy. And that's no joke. You hope Atomic Heart gets some attention? That game... Yeah, that game has kind of disappeared from, you know, the site for a while. So, the videos always looked interesting, but I don't know if it'll be a good game or not. There was actually some controversy about it that it might be like vaporware. Speaking of my sin videos, you have a curiosity question. What game do I regret sitting? You mean making a video on? Well, there's no video I actually regret making, or, you know, spending the time to work on, outside of, like, you know, petty reasons, like I didn't get a lot of views. There's videos I've made that are definitely weren't my best work, like Spec Ops and stuff, but I still don't regret making it. So, I don't think I have any. You know, these big manors, there's a whole lot of rooms that you can do nothing in. They're just there to, like, make it low. This is a realistic house. And we need to get over there. You there.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you. Allow me to present my sincerest regards in the name of the Congregation of Merchants.
And
Do you think that mark on his
to
face
wish
itches?
you and your cousin a warm welcome to the island, in the hopes that this visit will help prolong
Munfish is keeping on the lowdown on purpose?
our two nations.
Likewise. Nevertheless,
I just heard there's a lot of
question raises.
controversy between the developer and the guy who
Prince
like,
d'Orsay hopes that these
came
new
up with the
shores
idea
will
for that
bring us
game.
New possibilities. Even a
And
remedy.
to be honest, one of the most recent gameplay video they put out didn't look that impressive.
We are studying it acutely. Our doctors and alchemists are particularly interested in the flora of the Isle. It's extremely varied and different from our own. In fact,
Do I think we'll ever see a game that recreates the entirety of the continental US?
Alas,
That'd be a challenge, but
some time now.
doesn't the new Flight Simulator kind of do that?
We would have sent a patrol to investigate, but
I know they're like
cruelly
Microsoft's
lack
new
the
Flight
means to do
Simulator
so.
is pretty damn impressive for how much it does.
Proven aggressive,
But I don't know about the rat.
to our studies and have attacked us regularly.
You asked the question why. You steal our lands, gouging the earth in sacred places. And now our people are disappearing. It's enough to drive one to unsheath a blade. Do you not agree?
Ask Siora politely to let me speak. Down, woman.
Siora, please, I understand how you feel, but this isn't the right time.
I am sorry. You are right. My apologies, Your Excellence. Continue, please.
Yes. As I was
You're
saying,
surprised I
we
didn't
are
send how you could
obligated
spend
to
2 hours
maintain
walking
all of
across
our
the map. In the
able-bodied
US, it
men
didn't take
here
2 hours,
in
though.
order to protect the city.
Map's
But
big,
we
but not
would
that
be
big.
happy to share with you the results of our research if
And the thing is, I didn't mind all the hiking. It actually was kind of,
this
zen-like sometimes.
is untimely and unwelcome.
I deeply regret, Excellency, but one of our frontier posts has just suffered a brutal attack.
Report then and be precise.
The natives attacked us by surprise.
The natives.
Our men were massacred. Our frontier post is lost.
One more act of barbarity. Dismissed, soldier. Where was I? Yes, we would be most pleased to share our discoveries with our allies if your cousin would send us a party to help us find our lost expedition. I could show you to which region they were sent.
I thank you for the information and will let him know.
If you are of a mind to accord me another request, I would be truly grateful.
I'm listening.
As you have not failed to observe, our troops, as well as our caravans, have been suffering incessant attacks. The merchants, including your own, are raided, often killed, and certain goods have become scarce. Captain Rainhild, who commands our outpost in the plains, has
Oh, you're saying,
communicated
well,
his
because it take months.
incapacity
Yeah,
to
well, I didn't
protect
expect the game to be,
considering that
mile for
certain
mile
of
the
your own
US.
fellow
That would
countrymen are
actually be,
involved.
that would suck,
Would you like me
actually.
to lend a hand? I will see what I can do, Your Excellency.
I knew it was going to be condensed.
Would you
I
like to
did kind of
speak with me
mention
about any
that
other subjects?
near the beginning of the game, that some of the locations you go to aren't that far away from the city that you start out from. But I didn't want to make it a point that, like, oh, the game isn't realistically huge and takes, weeks to get across. Because I didn't really expect that or want it.
Could you tell me a little about your city?
It looks like a Punjabi. I think it's kind of meant to be that because the game is set in, like, colonialism is a big part of the game, and London did colonize or take control of India, so maybe that's what they're getting it from. But in this fiction, they like incorporated them more into the Empire. I'm not sure. It's a fictional version of it, anyways.
Great promise, and Hikmet is the city that allows us to make good on that promise.
And what of this conflict with Ptolemy on Tirfredi?
Officially, we are at war, but we have never waged
Yep,
war
you always have to expect a game world to be a bit condensed. Mainly because distance can eradicate a lot of fun if you have too much travel time.
Their only concern is to convert the natives into believing their ridiculous teachings. They represent no true danger to us, at least not for the time being. And to be frank, we have plenty of other concerns that demand our attention.
Dude on the left looks like a cholo cosplaying a pirate. He's got some serious, like, dreamy looking eyes at me right now, though.
I have to go. Look forward to seeing you again.
Farewell, my lord.
Okay, what now? We leave, that's what. Distance is why you never wanted to do camp bonding missions, because everyone wanted to go into town, and that was always like a 10-minute. Yeah, I ended up not doing a lot of that too. I do intend to go back and play Red Dead again at some point, now that it's coming out on PC, or it's already out on PC, but on Steam. Real PC. And once there's like more mods made for it. Moo. Hello, Gabby. Everyone give Gabby a nice big moo. She demands it. Alright, so I guess we're done here, technically. Looks like we gotta do something there. Talk to the captain of the outpost. Yeah, this game feels like it comes close to being something really good, but it just kind of comes up a bit short. You always demand moo. Well, moos are freely given. One doesn't need to demand them. When have we ever, rationed out the moos here? It's a liberal currency. The camp glitch. Dutch will lock food and sleep away from you. Didn't even know that was a glitch. You sure that's a glitch and not, you know, an intentional thing? Though I kind of like didn't really spend a lot of time donating money to the camp funds. Since it really only lets you like upgrade the camp, which also wasn't that big of a deal. Like I never had that come up. They still haven't fixed the glitch where Micah survives past chapter 1. Ooh, is he a hated boy? Ooh, that Micah. He did make for a pretty good foil, I'll give him that. Communism is strong with the Dartigan. No, it's more like a free love commune than actual communism. More like a hippie kind of situation.
At the fiery flasks, you'll find the quintessence of Greetings. I immediately spotted that you are a real science enthusiast. I have all the potions you could ever dream of. And other things too. We also sell ingredients and we even
Sure, it's safe to
craft
breathe that in.
So, what would you like?
No, I still need alcohol for that potion. And he doesn't, well... Oof. 1 bullet costs... Okay, there's... Okay. $1 for ammo. We should buy some of that. No, not that. Oh, that's to craft it. To craft ammo, it's hoof fungus and crude iron ore. How is hoof fungus used in making a bullet?
I was honored by your visit. Greetings. What can I serve my favorite clients?
Yeah, I'm aware of the canceled game. Finally, we can buy that sleeping potion. We already, I think we actually already made it, so we never mind. Wasted money. Chad, I want you to take a night mode. They tell you I was gonna make a joke about beast essence because you know semen's funny, good joke material. But then I look at the description and ruined it for me. It's like, oh, they tell you what it is. Just a quick question, how did I get the idea of making sin videos? Oh wow, we actually had that discussion earlier today. Essentially, I was doing I had a couple channels already that had kind of gone nowhere, and I was looking for something new to do because I was about to give up. And I noticed a lot of people were asking on CinemaSin comments for a GameSin channel that they had no interest in doing. And I looked around and saw that there were a couple other YouTubers already doing it, but I didn't think they were very good at it. So I decided to try my hand at it. And people ended up liking it. I guess my voice is apparently the original main draw, since people like the rich, sultry monotone. And then they stayed for the humor afterward. Yeah, I know they send TV shows now. I don't really watch it though. Not too interested in them in TV show sins. Oh, look at that poor man. Poor him. Yeah, it is a Eurojank game, so that's something to be expected. But there's a bit more to it, but that's the main gist of the story. Of how Dartigan channel came to be. Like I could tell you of the ancient days when, the old man spoke the prophecy. He said, "Go forth, young one. Make thy fortune with sarcasm." What did Dartigan Nexus want to do if game sins didn't work out? Nothing related to YouTube, because I'd already had a bunch of failures and I was about to give up. I'd spent over a year working on YouTube content that I had never, and it only barely gotten any traction with the Titanfall stuff. And that was already failing. So I was like, yeah. I was already thinking that YouTube, I just wasn't cut out for it when finally something, you know, I finally caught a break. What is Dartpat? Dartpat is a symbol of love and community. And it's when you want to say to someone, hey, you're awesome.
Hello, Captain.
Your Excellency, what can I do for you?
But I'm guessing you're asking, maybe you can't see it because you don't have Frinkerface installed. Yeah, you can only see the emote, I think, if you have Frinkerface on.
Governor Buren has asked me to help you fight against the caravan attacks. Could you tell me precisely what's going on?
You watched CinemaSins and you saw my videos and insta fell in love. Oh, well, thank you, man. I think that story's pretty common, though, because, you know, YouTube algorithm and all will find some... If it thinks you like CinemaSins, it'll probably recommend one of my videos eventually. Especially if you also like games.
He's here in a sorry state.
Do you think he could answer a
But
few
I'm glad
questions?
you found something you enjoy, and hopefully you stick around.
I'll make sure I do, Captain.
So, okay, what? Question the surviving merchant. YouTube recommended a Bieber video after watching my stuff. You know, I didn't even know You know, is it weird, but I've completely forgotten that Bieber was a thing. He used to be, like, everywhere. And now I barely ever hear about him.
Hello there. My name is Desardet. I'm the legate of the congregation. I was informed that your caravan was looted.
He fell
and
off.
that you were the sole survivor of the attack.
It's true.
Well, I guess you can only remain on top for so long,
It was
though.
awful. All those deaths. The violence. We followed the recommended precautions to the letter, but it was useless.
How did the attack happen?
We traveled all day. We were exhausted, and night was approaching. We knew we were not very far from the outpost, but we couldn't go any further, so we camped away from the road.
Doesn't he just like appear in your that one guy's videos all the time now? Like, we make the best music.
In the middle of the night.
That guy who's also incredibly generic, that I can't even remember his name even though he's a meme.
Were there several attackers?
I counted 5, maybe 6, but others were hiding in the woods. I'm sure of it.
Famous for another one.
Usual stone weapons, we may have hoped to escape them.
Who is Onision and what happened to him? YouTube creep, essentially. Old-time boomer YouTuber, who fell out of, you know, favoritism or, you know, popularity, and it didn't go well for. He didn't take it too well. Mainly because he was never really good at it in the first place. He just was attractive, you know, yeah, he was attractive and he made weird content for kids. And then eventually, his child fans grew up and now he's just a creepy weirdo. And apparently not very good at taking criticism.
What were you transporting?
See you later, King Copenhagen.
Also herbs and other
Have a good night's sleep.
Scientists.
Did the attackers take it?
Everything was a blur.
Who is Keemstar? You guys are just going to ask me about every YouTuber? You know who Keemstar is if you're asking about him.
Died while trying to protect our cargo.
Are you saying that the looters started by attacking your cargo?
Yes, Your Excellency. Maybe more of us would have survived.
Dartigan, who is
We'd all
Fred?
fled.
And Dartigan, who is Annoying Orange? Can you believe Annoying Orange is a channel that's still going on?
Yes. Since attacks occur often, we were given a number of precautions to avoid them. Do not travel at certain times. Do not camp near the road. Do not light any fires. All of it was useless.
Who is JonTron? Now that one I know you already know the answer to.
Guards to escort us.
Based on what you're
Chad, I want to ask a question, and you're not allowed to answer it me, but what YouTuber are you now ashamed of you ever watched? Remember, you can't say me, because you're here on my stream, and so you're obviously not ashamed.
Supply lines to Hikmet. We'll go to the scene of the attack. I might find something there to help track these rebels.
Goku-san, get out. Get your stuff and leave. I said you couldn't say me. So yeah, I see 2 for Nostalgia Critic and 2 for PewDiePie. Really, PewDiePie? I'm actually in the opposite camp. I used to never watch PewDiePie because he was cringe. But now he's grown up a lot, and he's actually pretty decent. DSP? Oh, we have a former DSP fan. Now, that I can definitely understand that one. Singe, KSI, Watch It Mojo. I kind of have two that I can think of. One was Unit Lost. Not for any real bad reasons. I used to watch a channel called Unit Lost. They were these two Brits, and they would just do funny videos on like Civilization and other games. And then eventually the what was it, Stylosa, I think his name was, got into Overwatch and completely changed the channel over to Overwatch. And I think he kicked the other guy to the curb because he didn't want to do it. And now so they separated, and the other guy went on to do like Warhammer 40k channel. But I stopped watching the Unit Lost after that. The other one was another channel, a duo channel, called Lag TV, which was originally about StarCraft, and they just kind of died off. But apparently his name is Maximus or something, ended up being a bit of an asshole too. Difficult question. I don't regret watching any specific channel. I pick my subscribed channels very carefully. Inside Gaming brought in new people and not really into it anymore. Used to binge Fred and Annoying Orange. Oh, the classics. Seen their whatever happened to Fred? I know Annoying Orange is still around, but Fred, I don't think he's doing YouTube anymore. YouTube change of algorithm killed a wrestling channel. I'm going the right way. I need to turn this way, I think. Yes. You just got your Dartimu stickers in the mail. Oh, sweet. Did they send you the shirt too? Or did they, like, ship them separately? Didn't Fred start doing... I think he did do a movie, but it didn't do very well. Okay, that thing's got a skull above it, so I'm gonna take that as a sign that if I fight it, I am gonna fucking die, mate. Shipped separately. Oh, well. Hopefully the shirt comes in soon.
Stay alert.
John Cena was Fred's imaginary dad. Good humor on that, Fred.
The food has been destroyed. They clearly don't need it, which means that their camp should be close by. They must have died protecting their goods.
Take that skull as a challenge, be a manly man.
Appear to be caused by stone blades, the kind of weapons that islanders.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. I guess I could save scum it.
The crates are empty. Their entire contents have been destroyed. These goods were not meant to reach their destination. They acted quickly, methodically, and then left. But where are the bodies? Let's look around.
Find the rebels. It's the rebels, sir. They're here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go past the big bull anyways. Oh yeah, the environmental detail in the game for cities and nature is pretty good. Graphic-wise, the game is nice. When your shirt comes in, I'm going to take tons of thought-s pics in it. Ah. You hear that, chat? You too could take thought-s pics in a sexy Dartigan t-shirt, which you can find below if you want to buy one. Make sure you send in those pics, though. Aiden, let's go! Oof, that's a hurty. I just realized I have no potions left. Well, no, I do. Okay, they're all fighting something else over there. Oof. Ah. No, what? No. Continue the attack. Oh, he gets all of his health back. That's wonderful. Okay, I don't like this system. If you get... I don't even see the imaginary boundary I'm crossing that's making the fight stop and him regenerate all of his health. Yo, when a boss fight comes, alright chumps, let's do this, Leroy Jenkins. Well, this is fucking bullshit right here. Blade, and let's go! I forgot the rule. Gun. Just Devil May Cry 2 this bitch. I'm about bullets though, so this ain't exactly good. Oh, and I'm nearly dead after that. Oh. So what did I miss in chat while I was yelled? The game was fucking me over. Blank, I think you're attributing more, tactical abilities to this game than it has. I'm in bad shape. I don't have many health potions left. Probably could have avoided them by going around the hill though. But someone in chat dared me to be a manly man. They know my weakness. I'm easily goaded. Hey, don't question my battle tactics, alright? They're flawless. So, chat, I've had the idea of doing some trying VR streaming again. I've only ever streamed one VR game before. But with Half-Life Alyx coming out, I'm thinking of, getting some VR legs under... Oh, hello, nice deer. What the fuck? What's with the jank Speedy Gonzales deer? Did you guys see that? Gotta go fast! Faster, faster! Da, 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 da. You'll wait another 5 years? Sleep. Well, there's Jank Deer back. Let's see if he does the, voom voom again. Hey, there's something unnatural about that deer. Sleep until dawn. Maybe I can make some health pots. Potion that increases health potion. Yeah, I can make some of these. 10 on the deal. Your health potions were laced with something? I like it when a game actually explains that the potions you're taking are, narcotics. There's only a few that's ever done it. Sonic X was the best Sonic TV show? I disagree. There was one that the theme song alone beats all of their Sonic cartoons. Too fast! No, it's like... Blue streak speeds by. Sonic the Hedgehog. Too fast for the naked eye. Sonic the Hedgehog. But more badass than how I'm singing it. Sonic, he can really move. Sonic, he's got an attitude. I only like singing 90s cartoon themes. Oh! Have mercy, bear.
Let's see if you can walk this fate.
DuckTales! No, you'll take me a bit to remember the theme of DuckTales.
Why was this man's body arranged like that? There's something in his pocket.
Darkwing, Darkwing Duck! Sorry, I'm playing a video game and I'm flashbacking to the 90s. It happens sometimes. Say your battle tactics are perfect, yet you get your ass kicked and mostly get lucky while playing. Yeah, because it's an RPG that doesn't have any tactics. It just click, mouse click. Don't question it. Chippendale Rescue Range. Chippendale! Yeah, I still got it. On the total package. I'm afraid this trip will be my last. We were very cautious. We even ate cold food every night because lighting into fire was too dangerous, and yet I was being observed, and I'm afraid they might attack us from one moment to...
He was in the caravan, but whoever attacked him decided to
bleeding,
drag him
making
here
you the
and
victor,
feed him
making
to
me the
wild
victor.
beasts.
No, it's I'm bleeding, making me the victor.
This as a sort of scare tactic.
Yeah, the game, the
This
combat
a
is not
message
good.
for other merchants.
Does anyone remember that 90s cartoon where it's about a bunch of monsters playing football? I barely remember it, but I loved it so much. Monster League or something like that? Hey, find the rebels. So many boomers in chat. Hey. That's not exactly an insult. I dare you find a better time to be a kid than the 90s. That makes me a boomer, then I'll be a proud 90s boomer. Hey, why can't I only... Oh. Okay, there we go. Now we're running. Hey, Scott Lander, Death Stranding video was my best video in a long time. Really enjoyed it. Also, some very nice witticisms in it. Well, thank you, Scott. Glad it, apparently restored your faith in me from the sound of it. It was your best video in a long time. Which kind of tells me like I wasn't doing so hot to you in your opinion. No, I'm just kidding. But thank you, I'm glad you liked it. Hopefully you like the upcoming Star Wars vid too. 90s were the best. I do think the 90s were one of the best times ever to be a kid because you were growing up right in this era as all this, all the computers were coming into play and becoming common. And so were like video games. They were like really, maturing. You had all these awesome cartoons. The best fucking music, by the way. That's right. 90s music, best fucking music. I will admit that right now there are better TV shows though. Also, we had nothing but eye to eye. There were R-rated movies everywhere in the 90s. Just everywhere. Like all the best movies were rated R. We had Daft Punk, exactly. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, yeah, that's what gave Joss Whedon his kick in the butt. Blade and let's go! I love him. Was she like melting? But Pornhub, hey, you don't need Pornhub when you can watch, Steven Seagal's Under Siege and watch that girl from E.T. pop out of a cake. Who needs Brazzers when you got that? And I'm sorry, but that was my first experience with boobs, and I was, it changed my life. You're sorry, what? Yeah, you know what I said. The grown-up girl who played the little girl in E.T., she was like, check out how much I matured, and popped out of a cake in Steven Seagal's Under Siege, and goddammit, they were nice. That opened my world to girls like, wait a minute, hold on, what are those? Oh. I thought I found the rebels, but I guess there are more rebels. You can't breathe, then my job is done. You guys come to me for a reference to the Steven Seagal and titties, apparently. She's not in Under Siege? Who am I thinking of? I know there was... who was that girl in Under Siege? She was in something as a child actor. I know that much. Oh, fuck.
Armor will no longer protect you. I need healing.
Sorry if you're spamming, but good news, I can stay for stream. Bad news, it's because I got work at 1 a.m. Well, we're glad to have you back even for a short amount of time, Neo. It's Erica Eleniak. She was in E.T. So I was right. It was the girl from E.T. Did you guys actually see that? There was actually a commercial recently that had the kid from E.T. In some kind of commercial as a grown-up. Like someone's trying to play on our nostalgia. If you get a bladed whip stuck into your arm, what'll you do? Scream loudly and manly, in a manly fashion. We're heading towards some treacherous territory here. The rebels are involved, so yay. Let's go back to that discussion of, Erica's boobs, and how it was like a life-changing moment for me. That was fun. But yeah, that was the 90s. It's like, hey, here's some boobs in your movie. It's not a big deal. Enjoy them.
This obstacle was deliberately placed here. I think we're on the right track.
Gee, you think? I mean, it's only chiseled.
We must find a way to pass.
Drew Barrymore? Oh, that's a different actress, I think. I don't think she was in Under Siege. Also, I never got around... One of my life's goals was to watch Under Siege 2. I never did because it is apparently horrible.
I need a bit of practice.
I don't think I can complete this mission right now. Unless I got some experience points I haven't used. And I don't. Yeah, it takes forever to level up some of this stuff. How come there's nothing, though, environmental stuff that I can solve with strength? You saw everyone who was a little boy and saw boobs for the first time had their mind's eye open. Jim, it's nothing new. Sorry if you haven't, seen boobs yet. I'm playing. But it's definitely a moment in every, just about to start adolescent child's life that's magical. Like, so that's what this is all about, huh? Okay, yeah, this is a mission I literally just can't complete until I have the right stats. That's bad design. Unless I can come around there, I'm not sure though. Seeing Leia in the slave bikini? Yeah, I've heard that one from a lot of people actually. When a boy starts his journey into manhood, exactly. It's an awkward time. What are you? Oh, something I'm not fighting. You can just, full cry it off, mate. I'm backing away in a manly fashion. Whoop. Hey, that's an upskirt shot. That's not right. That's uncivilized. How do I unlock on from an enemy? This is kind of bullshit. Fuck.